All right, so, Coach was saying in the fall, you guys really worked hard, definitely motivated after last season.
Yeah.
And now getting ready for, the season opener this week in Las Vegas. So what happened differently, say, was the approach not only by yourself, but for the team, say, in the fall, and then kind of gear it up now for this season?
I think we definitely went into the fall with a totally different attitude than we did last year. We changed a lot of different things just team dynamically to make things run much smoother. And coming into the spring, we're kind of just pumped. We came off a undefeated season for fall, and we're kind of just pumped to get playing and start off season strong. So
you're ready.
Yeah.
The pitching, wasn't the strong point last year, and you guys, I'm sure, probably felt like, gosh, we got to score a lot of runs to win. Why do you feel like this season will be different? I know you can't really speak so much for the pitchers, but for the pitchers, you're there to help them. But why do you feel like this will be different?
Well, we've been hitting ridiculously just from the beginning. Our team dynamic is just so much stronger this year than it was last year. We have worked hard, and we're trying to get that starting team out there working together as much as they can to build that bond so that we can win games, basically. And we have a lot of girls that are in our backup spots that are just as strong as our starters. And just picking our travel squad for Vegas was very difficult because just every girl on this team is just as strong as the next. So it should be a good year this year.
And then in field, obviously, you at third base, but a short coach going with the freshmen. Being a third and the shortstop, talk about that relationship, communication, and everything about how you hope to kind of help her out and show her all the ropes.
It's been a little rough from the beginning. In the beginning, it was a sophomore who was there, who I worked with last year. She actually is my roommate too, so I have a bond with her that I don't have with the freshmen. But I've also been working with the freshmen for the past few months, and we're finally starting to get to a point where we know how to communicate with each other, when to communicate with each other. She's getting a lot more vocal, which is good. At the beginning, she was a little shy, and just like all the other freshmen, and she didn't know when to say anything. And she was nervous about to say anything because she didn't think anybody would listen. But that's not how our team works. Everybody's just as smart as everybody else. And no matter if I'm a senior, if I do something wrong and she knows it, she knows to tell me. And she knows because that'll help me in the end. And I do the same thing with her. And so our communication has gotten a lot better, and I'm hoping that'll carry over into the games in Vegas and continue on through season.
Mm-hmm. Preseason poll, you guys picked 8th. And again, these are off of what did the Jacks do last season, not, it's hard to know what's going to happen this season. Do you guys pay attention to that, or do you just kind of play and not really?
Yeah, we don't pay attention. We strive to be better, but we don't pay attention to the rankings because last year has nothing to do with this year. And last year was rough, and everybody knows it. And so we don't even pay attention to any of our stats last year, really. I've never paid attention to rankings because you never know what happens until you get to the game and you play. And sometimes people show up and sometimes they don't. And so it kind of just depends.
A couple years ago, you were a freshman.
Yeah.
And now you're that senior.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the underclassmen are now looking up to you. How important is it to you to kind of help them out, take them up, under your wing, knowing that at one time you were one of them?
It's very important for me because I know when I was a freshman I was very nervous, and I was coming into a new place not knowing anybody, and I try to be as close as I can with all of the freshmen because I know it's hard coming into a new place knowing nobody. And seeing all these girls that have been playing for 2, 3, 4 years, and I'm a newbie. And so it's very important that I make a relationship with every freshman on our team, no matter if she's my starting pitcher or she's my biggest cheer on the bench. It's very important to include your freshmen just like if they were a senior, really.
My last question, I've had a lot of many questions, but a lot of CC2A teams playing over there in Vegas, but is there any team that you're excited to face this weekend?
Probably Concordia. We played them in Turlock last year, and our team did not do very well. They could hit any pitch you threw to them, and we didn't hit very well. I think our team had like 3 hits that game, and they crushed us. I think actually it ended up being like 4-0, but that's a crush in my books because we didn't score any runs. And so I'm looking forward to facing them because, one, their pitcher had an injury, and so she's coming back fresh this year from an injury. So I'm excited to see how that game turns out this year, and I know that our team is stronger than last year, so I'm hoping we come out with a win.
All right, well, enjoy this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.